Welcome everyone to another episode of Let's Play Project Zomboid. I am going to reveal the ignominious, not so extravagant death of Tortoise Two power. I just died. Unfortunately, you guys weren't there to witness it, but that's just one of those things. I was fooling around with a bunch of zombies, and we left for this at about 2,700, right? So I had really just gone through about 100 of them with my knife. You can see that this is all with the butter knife. It's a really effective weapon. Even this is probably, it's a massive horde. I was using my pistol to lure them all together. I have a Molotov in my inventory. It's not going to be of much use now. So, wow, there we go. This is the end of the, well, I mean the story. The end of the legacy of the Power brothers, or cousins, or whatever they are. A little unfortunate now that we finally had things getting set up, but you know, my first reaction was, oh, that's okay. I kept talking about how this series was going to have to come to a close pretty soon. So, this will be a short episode, unfortunately, because we are dead. I will say that I would have brought you on immediately if I had been bit or scratched or anything, but the death was just sudden, was instant. I mean, I was only attacked. I think I had one attack on me, which caused slight damage. So I had cut it a little bit close with the butter knife one more time. These huge waves are not easy, and I got a little impatient. You have to kind of weed out one little runner at a time, push the rest back. The problem with using the butter knife, of course, is that it has no knockback. You cannot do anything with it in terms of defending yourself from multiple zombies. The only purpose it serves is, to instant kill zombies, which, is like one of the best things about it. I mean, this is one of the best weapons in the game is any of these knives. So unfortunately, I can't view our information to show you that we hadn't got aiming up to 3, but we had cooking up to had gotten all the way past level 7. We also had farming up to level 7, past level 7, working on level 8. We had carpentry up to level 6. Would have been really easy to get that one up to level 7, because remember, with my handy or stout or something, I had a plus. No, I don't remember why it came about, but I had the plus 75% bonus to weapon maintenance, and also to the carpentry one itself. So there it is. That's it. I mean, I wish that this episode was longer. I wish there was going to be less spoilers when you come on. But that's it. This is going to be the conclusion of the Build 34 Project Zomboid series. So if you didn't catch my channel announcement, the next thing in line for us is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, before we take a brief, that's our brief break before we pick up for Build 35, which has welding and stuff like that in it. In the off time, in the off season we can say, I plan on developing my population mechanics a little bit. I think we're going to go with 1 hour days next time. The 2 hour days is fun for me when I'm off on my own, doing my own thing with my own gameplays, but the 2 hour per day progression is a bit slow. You can see that even though this, I can't remember what it said at the beginning, how long we survived for, but probably in game time this was, oh man, there were so many hours spent off camera too. I can't even just do like 30, which is this episode, times like 20, which is the average length of my, well, probably 25 is the average length of my videos. But even just doing that, that's almost 10 hours on just this one character. I would have to say this character probably survived about 30 hours. That's my guess. An insanely long time. And for us to only have made it, like, not even 2 months, I feel like that pacing is good for me, but not good for YouTube. So we'll be switching back. Oh, if you have any comments about anything from this series, if you want to leave any recommendations for the following series, Build 35, go ahead and let me know, especially because we do have multiple places. Okay, so I am going to let's exit the game now. Sad, really sad that was the end. But let me go over to solo. Let's just pretend we're going to do a custom sandbox real fast. But the two different places, we could go to Muldraugh or West Point, but there's also other places we can get. We could even do one of the challenges, you know. I'm going to have to... Here we go. I love this. Cataclysm Darks. Wonderful and must play. I look at the Project Zomboid and Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. If anybody ever talks about there being like a choice between the two, the choice is to pick up both. And I would love the fact that even the Project Zomboid people recognize the immensity of the game, which is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. And this is the really bad day from that mod. I won't be doing that from Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I'm not that amazing of a player. I mean, I'm capable enough, and I'll be able to actually, hopefully, tutorialize you guys through the first day or so. Because I feel like the hardest thing about Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead is just getting into it. Project Zomboid, very easy to pick up, intuitive. The interface makes sense. Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, it's like Dwarf Fortress all over again. Maybe not as difficult as Dwarf Fortress, but there's certainly a level of complexity, even just to installing and getting by the somewhat obtuse interface to begin with. So, well, I can't prattle on much longer. There's really nothing else I can say other than, damn. I was hoping to get us to survive. I had just found, like I said, that the fishing supply book, the fishing magazine, which allows us to repair our fishing lines. The biggest problem with this one is I can't even go back into the game world. It would be hopeless to do so because, one, a lot of the zombies are already dead, so it's almost like an empty world now. But two, I have been using all the books I've read as fuel. So, word to the wise, if you plan on continuing your gameplay, make sure you don't burn the books that you need for skills, because then they are unavailable to the future characters. So yeah, and I think the next build 35, I'll try to do a little bit more of the entry-level roleplay. We'll try to set up a family situation so that, because my starting settings make it pretty difficult to survive outright. So we'll think about doing something where we have another family setup or something like that in case I lose one or two or, you know, maybe three even of the initial characters. Alright, well, that's it then. So thanks so much for watching this series if you stayed with me the entire time. Like I said, if you have any comments or recommendations for the Project Zomboid series, upcoming, the Build 35 one, you can expect that if you're not interested in the Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, which I don't know why you wouldn't be. That's a phenomenal game. But if you aren't, you can probably catch the next series in about a month, I'm guessing. Wow, I'm just so ecstatic though that this this series lasted this long. 30 episodes of Project Zomboid. My previous series only went 8. Anyway. So thanks for watching. For those who make it, what I wanted to say was, if you made it all the way to video 30, or even if you just sneak in for this video and you pretend you've watched all of them, I really treat the comments for these final the concluding videos, pretty seriously. Because I take that as like the people who are actually interested in what I'm doing, that they watched an entire series. So those comments weigh a little more heavily than perhaps if you have an opening comment from a person who may or may not choose to watch any more of the series. So I'm pretty stubborn and set in my ways anyway. I kind of do what I want to do. But yeah, I definitely listened to the recommendations at the last video. Okay, yeah, I really can't think of anything else to say, even to get this to stretch to 10 minutes, so let's just call it to an early close. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I hopefully will catch you for the Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead series. But if not, then maybe I'll catch you in about a month for the return of PZ and Build 35. And until then, thanks for watching.